You are stuck, you are struggling, and you have outgrown where you are in your life. And you are wondering, how can you get to the next level? Because every time you try, it seems like you do something to bring yourself right back. 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Let me explain something to you. We know it as self-sabotage, but what's really going on in your body is you have reached your upper limit. The trauma in your body is saying, no, I can't go to the next level because the next level is unknown for me and I'm afraid of what's over there. It wants you to stay where you're comfortable at right here. And so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to get past some of those traumas so that you can stop self-sabotaging your life and you can move on to the greatness that you know that you desire and you deserve. Hi, my name is Imani. If you've been on this channel for a while, you knew me as the Healthy Finance Coach. I am now, and I changed it because one thing I know for sure, two for certain, is that unless you heal the root issues going on in your life, you are going to continue to sabotage what you're trying to build. That could be with your finances, in your career, in your business, in your relationships, in love, in life, period. So we're going to work through that today. Now, I read a book called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I recommend it to everyone. And in this book, it helped me to understand why it is that every time I get to a certain income level or a certain status in life, something dramatic happens or something just blows up. And what that really is what is called an upper limit, meaning my body can only handle what it knows, not anything past that. So anytime you're trying to reach a new income level, anytime you're trying to reach a new success level, or anytime you're trying to reach a level you have never seen before, your body is going to internally say, no, I don't recognize that. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe. Let's stay where it's at. So when you reach it, if you can get to reach it, because most time you're not going to even reach it, but if you get to reach it, what ends up happening is drama energetically starts to occur. You start thinking negatively. So then when you think negatively, you start making those choices based on negative thought. You start saying to yourself, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. It's hard. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be heard. You start thinking of all the negative things that could go wrong before even trying. That is your body's way of saying, I want to stay here where I'm comfortable, even if you feel miserable where you're at. So what is that saying? That's saying, I'm in a job. I've excelled in my job. My boss won't let me go to the next level because they feel like this is what you know, this is what you're great at, this is where we need you. And instead of you saying, no, I know that I can go to the next level because I have excelled here, and excellence is not where I want to stay. I want to go beyond excellence. I want to be in my genius state. You say, okay, well, no, you're right. And you don't force it. You don't push past it. That's what I mean by your body feels comfortable. Anything past where your body feels comfortable, you sabotage. That means you know that you deserve a better relationship and you're staying because someone needs to pay the bills or someone needs to help you pay the bills or, whatever reason, but you are miserable in that relationship and you know you deserve someone better. But someone better may come looking a little more boring. They don't have that oomph for you because your body is not safe with boring. Your body is not safe with calm. Your body needs drama. Your body needs toxicity. Healthy, your body doesn't recognize, it doesn't know. So it comes across as, I don't want to be in that relationship because I'll be bored. It's too calm for me. This is how it shows up. When you're trying to create a business, and I know this, and this is what made me read the book, and you're like, why can't I get to the next level? Why can't the revenue come in the way I want it to come in? Even though I've made very good money in a job, in a career, why is it not reflecting in my business? It's because your body is saying this is different. comfortability with knowing you're getting a paycheck week to week and benefits week to week, and most likely that business is not going to fold, so you're not going to be out of money, to a business where you have to create, you have to, to research, you have to know your target audience, you have to do all of this work. Your body is saying, no, that's unknown. That's too much. I need to go back here. All of this is the trauma that's in your body that needs to be worked through. And we call it self-sabotaging. And we don't consciously self-sabotage. At least I don't. I'm not sure about you. But most people don't consciously self-sabotage. Most people sit there and think that they are doing the right thing, they're making the right effort, but they're not realizing that that is not what works. What works is when you feel like you've hit your upper limit, meaning you've gotten to the success, you want to go beyond it, or you've gotten past, this job function and you want to move to the next level, but it seems hard or uncomfortable, because I don't really like to use that word hard, but it seems uncomfortable, you push past it anyway. And that's what most people don't do. They reach their upper limit, they hit it, they self-sabotage. They go back to what they know. They go back to what's comfortable. Going past the comfortable, that's how you get past self-sabotage. That's how you get past your upper limit. Anything that feels easy to you is your body being comfortable where it's at. As soon as you hit something that seems uncomfortable or hard, you stop. That's self-sabotage. So how do you do that? How do you get past self-sabotage? How do you get past that level of comfortability? Because we know that in order for you to get to your next level, there has to be some level of uncomfortability. Because if it's still comfortable, even if it's a next level and it's still comfortable, that means that you're still not where you're supposed to be. You're not in your genius level. You're not in elevation. It takes some uncomfortability to move past your upper limit, to stop self-sabotaging. And when you get to that comfortability state, that means it's time to move again. You can stay there for a little bit if you want to just, bask and enjoy some of the success that you've received. But when you're too comfortable, it's time to elevate. It's time to move forward. What does that look like? That looks like you've been on your job for 2, 3, 5 years. You've learned everything you needed to learn. You've gotten the raises, you've gotten the promotions, but it's time to move forward. And you're saying, well, the company takes care of me, or I feel comfortable here, or I don't know if I'm going to receive the same type of benefits somewhere else. But you know that in order to get to the next level, you may have to leave that job. You may have to go somewhere that's unknown. You're not leaving because the job is not good for you. You're leaving because you know you have genius in you. You know that you can be beneficial somewhere else, but you're afraid because you don't know what's going to happen once you leave. You don't know if it's going to work out. You don't know if your earning potential can be higher. It is time for you to get out of the comfort zone. Get out the comfort zone. Get out of the comfort zone. And I'll say that over and over again because I know that that's where people get stuck, in a comfort zone. And anything past a comfort zone is going to cause you to self-sabotage because you've reached your upper limit and your body is saying, I don't feel safe there. I don't feel safe going to that next level. I don't know what's going to happen if I actually jump, if I actually leap. I have leapt so many times in my life, and can I say that every time has advanced me? No, I had to take some steps back. I had to go steps back, but in going steps back, I've elevated to levels that I never thought I would elevate to. The same with this, with building this business, with resigning from my job 2 years ago. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I know that I was at 7 years in the job becoming too comfortable, and I wasn't elevating, I wasn't growing. And when you're stagnant and when you stop growing, that's not a good feeling. It might feel safe, but then you become miserable because you know you have so much more potential. You know you can benefit the society, benefit the world, benefit your community so much greater when you are in your genius. And so I decided to leave. That's a big leap, to get rid of a six-figure salary. That's a huge leap. But I knew that if had I stayed there, I wouldn't be helping the people that I'm helping now. I wouldn't be helping the people to believe in themselves, to build confidence in themselves, to heal the root issues that they have so that they can elevate to their next desired level, so that they can create for the world what their genius should be creating. Can I promise you that everything is going to be 100% perfect once you take a leap? I'm not promising you that at all. But what I'm saying is, once you pass your upper limit, you get out of that self-sabotage mode. You get out of that I need to feel comfortable all the time mode. That's when you start to create from your genius. And we all know genius level creation is something different. And the benefits that come with it is something different. That's what and how to move past self-sabotage. Take one step out of comfort ability. Visualize your future. Start there. Create in your mind what you desire your future to look like. Whether that's a different job, a business, no job, staying home, traveling. Create it in your mind. Visualize it. Once you can see it, you can start taking steps towards it. But I always tell people it's very, very difficult to take steps when you don't know where you want to go. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. But once you start moving, joy is going to come because you know you're in your purpose. You know you're in your purpose to create what your genius allows you to create. Self-sabotage is just your body's way of survival. It's in our DNA. We have to survive on this earth. Anything past what we know is out of survival. It's out of what we call survival. So it's going to feel scary. It's going to feel unsafe. But if you take one step out of survival and you see that nothing bad happened. Some people can't jump. Some people can't leap. They're not designed to do that. And I don't suggest that if you're not designed to do that. I'm designed to do that. I didn't have stability in my life. So that doesn't scare me to take a jump, to take a leap. But there are some things that do scare me. Not being financially secure scares me because I've worked very hard for 30 years to be financially secure. When you don't have a business that is bringing revenue in the way you were earning before, that is unsafe in my body. But I said in order for me to get to where I know my genius can take me, I have to feel scared, but I have to do it anyway. And that's what I'm saying. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to feel scared, but do it anyway. And I'm not saying risk your life to do something. I'm not saying that at all. If you need to plan, but do it anyway. Take some action. If you want to leave your job and go somewhere different, start saving. Plan, because that's all it is. It's unsafe. If I leave my job, what's going to happen with my finances? If you want to leave your job, start saving to leave your job. If you want to start a business, start saving now to start a business. You don't have to do big jumps and leaps, but you do have to take steps. That's the only way you're going to get past self-sabotage and get past reaching your upper limit and get past the safety and the trauma that's sitting in your body that's saying, no, I don't want to go there. That's unknown for me. Take baby steps, but take steps. I help women take steps. I help women build confidence in themselves so that the world starts looking the way they desire for it to look. I help women build inner peace so that their external world can reflect that inner peace. Because one of the things that I know is whatever is going on in you, it's going to reflect on the outside. So if you're angry inside, you're going to see a lot of anger out there. If you're peaceful inside, the world is going to look a lot peaceful or a lot more peaceful. I help women heal that fear that keeps them from taking steps. I help women be their best selves. And if you want to be your best self and you want to move past the fear of success, the fear of failure, the self-doubt, the self-sabotage, the lack mentality, the scarcity mentality, I invite you to take a look at my program, Rooted and Rich. The link is in the description below. We're tackling all of that. The funny thing about what they teach us in regards to the law of attraction, manifestation, all of those things that's fine and dandy. But it doesn't guarantee you that you're going to be what you desire to be as soon as you manifest. Because there's a lot of trauma in the body that says, if I get it, what now? And so it sabotages it. You have to work through the trauma. What are you really afraid of? What's scaring you into going into the next level, into taking a leap, into making a step? What are you really afraid of? Because most people will say, I don't even know what I'm afraid of. I just haven't tried. And I'm here to help you, at minimum, try. Because that's what I'm going to do. I don't care whether I fail or not. No one, including myself, can say that I didn't try. This is the journey I'm taking you on. Getting to that place where you can say, I made a step. I moved past my upper limit. I decided this time not to self-sabotage. I decided not to let fear stop me or keep me stuck. I decided that I want what's best for me. If that's you, I would love to work with you because I know that you're going to get to where you desire to be. It just takes some hand holding sometimes. It just takes somebody to just help you believe in yourself a little bit. It takes a lot of self-love to drown out the outside noise. There's a lot of outside noise. Family can be outside noise. Co-workers can be outside noise. Partners can be outside noise. Got to drown that out and go with what our inner being is saying. And your inner being is saying you are a genius and it's time to elevate. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and until the next video, you guys take care.